Sounds like someone wants to get funky.
It's Comix Podcast with Mighty Mosby, Mob Stash, and Esther Stark. Here is your host, Esther Stark.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Yay!
Ooh, yes.
Bravo, bravo.
Yes. Ooh, yes.
It's so good. Yay.
That intro gets me hyped now.
Yay.
I love it. Super exciting. Welcome to Comix, everybody. What's going on? As you heard AI Denzel Washington today, I am Esther Stark. I am your host today, and we got the talented Mighty Mosby. What's up, Mose?
Hello.
Yes. Oh man, we are back. We are excited. We are already getting love. Holy, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
He noticed the new logo. I love it. We are back for episode 171 of the podcast. We are slowly creeping into the 200s. And I'm sure we'll probably do something really, really special for episode 200. But yeah, it's been a ride. I love it so far, and it's gonna keep going. If you guys do not know, we got new episodes dropping every Monday, unless one of us is hungover. But we do have new episodes that drop every Monday for our podcast. If you guys are the visual, want to go ahead and see it on YouTube, it will be on YouTube on Mondays. If you guys like the audio version, again, it's on. You'll go ahead and get it on Mondays. Apple iTunes, Spotify, Amazon now. We're on Amazon. Let's see, where else are we? We're on Cast. What is it? Cast Mix or something like that. Yeah, we're as we say, we are everywhere. So you can go ahead and listen to us everywhere. And Mosby, guess what?
What?
As they say, this episode of Comix is actually brought to you by Dubby Energy.
Dubby Energy, everybody.
Dubby Energy, yes. Dubby Energy is the clean energy drink for you guys if you guys are interested in it. Dubby gives you focus and energy without the jitters and crash. It has no sugars, has no fillers, or any artificial dyes. So if you guys are super stoked into having your energy drinks during the day, pick one up, pick up some Dubby. You guys actually go ahead and get a discount from us. When you go ahead and go to Dubby's website, go ahead and go to in the promo, go ahead and plug in Comix10. You guys get 10% off. Off of your order, and it'll go ahead and get shipped right to you guys. I actually have the Big Energy Tears flavor that is blue raspberry. It's actually really, really good. I took it today. I've been taking it, and it's true to its name. It does not give me any crash whatsoever. I was big on the Monsters and stuff, and the Rock Stars and all that other stuff. Not anymore. The W Energy drink does it for me. It's like they say, it's clean. I'm still wide awake. I'm not tired at all, and I've been up since 5:30 this morning. So
wow.
I've got limitless energy. So all you gamers that are on Twitch, if you guys are looking at getting something, pick up some Dubby. Go ahead and put in Comix10 at checkout, and you guys get 10% off.
10% off your Dubby.
That was nice. Mose, you got a drink for us. What do we got? What are we drinking today?
So I was at Target.
Okay.
Gotta stay out of there. But I found this.
That's Target for you.
I'm gonna say, is this Gaelic? It says Belgian style ale on the front, triple, but the Allagash part makes me, I don't know, I don't know. 9% alcohol and super delicious. But it's
9%.
it's not a beer you can drink fast. Mm-mm. It's like a, it's like Elysium. You ever had an Elysium?
Mm-hmm. Sure have.
Delirium. A delirium. It's like a delirium. There it is. Elysium, I said it with confidence.
It's all right. It's all right. So it's not a drink that you just pound. You know. It's not...
it's definitely good to enjoy slow. And like all Belgian ales, which are actually my favorite kind of beer, they use honey and like the fruit rind, so you always get like a nice flavor, fruity flavor.
That's awesome.
This one's passion fruit with their honey, so yum.
That's awesome.
Delicious.
That sounds good. I'm gonna have to. It was at Target, so
it was at Target, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Target it is.
When you go though, you have a safety buddy to keep you from buying half the store.
Nobody needs a safety buddy.
I go into Target to spend $12 and I spend $200 every time. It's upsetting.
It's some they're pumping through. They're definitely pumping something through the vents.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in order for us to go ahead and be spending all that money there.
Just addicted in there. It's crazy.
It is crazy. It is nuts. So we unfortunately don't have any comments this week. It's okay.
Nobody wants to show us any love.
It's okay. It's okay. It's.
You look nervous.
A little bit, just a little nervous because there's no comments. But that's okay. As we always tell you guys, we are an interactive podcast when we are live. So throw out some comments, throw out some love. We will go ahead and be reading your comments on the show. So we do appreciate you guys very much every time you guys go ahead and leave us comments. All of our stuff that we end up posting, it is short clips of our show. If you guys do miss it, little bite-sized samples of our stuff on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. If there's something on here that you guys heard and you guys disagree with, send us a message, let us know. So it's always a fun debate whenever we get people going in and throwing us some shade, as they say. So it's all good. And let's see, recommendations. I gave Ash a couple recommendations. I don't know if he's even watched. I guarantee you he has not watched Covenant yet. I put money on that.
He's missing out.
I put money on that.
Cheesy goodness.
I put money on it. The one recommendation I did throw out to everybody on the show, and this was for everybody that was listening. I started watching Three Body Problem.
Oh, so good. Good. Real good. Oh yeah.
Oh, so good. So good. Yeah. I get Black Mirror vibes out of it.
Black Mirror energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real Black Mirror energy, and it was fantastic so far that I've been watching. I think I'm on episode 3 right now. But like I did say, it is a slow burn, so you've got to pay attention when you're watching it. This isn't something that you can put on and like flip flop on your phone and whatnot. You got to pay attention to watch it.
That's very true.
Yeah, so it's one of those. I don't have any recommendations this week. Mose, is there anything that's come across your television or streaming that you would want to recommend?
Oh, mine is an anime reference, and I know.
Go for it.
Recommendation, and this one's really, this one is definitely like, I don't got shit else to do, so I'm gonna watch this. It's called Undead Unluck.
Okay.
It's on Hulu. It's really just kind of like a little bit campy, but people have really cool fucking abilities, and just
right on.
They're motivated to kill God, and so it's just like, it's a future, like they're in the future. I mean, I say in the future because they're actually not in the future, but the world is very different, very different. So it's actually fun. A lot of color, a lot of big sound, really stylized drawing. I'd say check out Undead Unluck.
And it's on Hulu?
Hulu.
All right, Undead Unluck. All right, very cool. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there's your recommendation, everybody. So, and if you guys have any recommendations that's something that we should be watching or something that we've missed, let us know. In the comments. Let us know. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. or even here on the show if you guys are coming across it us on the show. With that being said, let's dive right in. There's interesting things in the news this week. There's some things that I'm just like, oh, we're gonna go there, we're gonna do that, we're gonna announce that right now. It's just
it's getting real.
It really is. It really is. So Mose, what's the first thing that we got going on?
Yet another swing and a miss from James Gunn as the first images dropped this week. Marvel swore that they weren't going to disappoint us again, but they certainly are trying with a possible casting this week.
Yep.
A popular game console heard about Xbox laying off a bunch of employees and said, oop, I know who's coming my way. We might get to find out who Fantastic Four villain's voice actor will be. Also, there might be a mystery Fantastic Four role. I don't believe any of you would be able to guess who this person is.
No kidding. Jeez.
We're looking at a DC project on Amazon, of all places. Somebody from Disney keeps putting their nose in the wrong comic business. And of course, we're going to talk about how our fucking socks were blown off after this last episode of X-Men 97.
That episode, Jesus Christ, that episode.
They were not playing.
Oh my God. Bo DeMaio. I'm telling you, Bo DeMaio was not fucking playing when he said episode 8.
What did he do? He did something, because with the way these episodes are playing out, for them to be like, get that guy out, what happened?
Oh my God, it's so good. It's just so good, so good, so good.
Yeah.
But we will get to that, and we will give you guys a spoiler warning if you have yet to see that episode.
Turn this off.
Yeah.
And come back.
Come back. But come back.
We'll come back for sure to talk about
Yes. So, with that being said, okay, just like Mo said, we ended up getting something that was dropped, and it looks like it's a big miss for some. But James Gunn drops the first look of the Superman suit. Superman suit.
It looks like Jonathan in his neck. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. You know, I mean, Mose, what are your thoughts initially?
I mean, I think we all know that I am not super hyped about this project at all. So, but I do love David Cornsweet. Well, I don't love him, but I think he's great. And I was like, looks wise, that would be my direction if I was going to be starting young.
Okay.
But him in that suit, nah. That looks like somebody playing dress up. That does not look like Superman. No.
No? You're not feeling it?
I didn't like it. I wasn't digging it. No. Yeah. Why is this?
See, and this is my gripe on it. Okay. So first off, there's a lot to unpack in this image. A lot, like a shit ton to unpack in this image. Okay. First off, if you guys look at the background, this has got to be fucking Brainiac. It has to be. It has to be. This has to be Brainiac. He's got a look on his face like, fuck, here we go again. First off.
He's exhausted already.
He's exhausted, number one. Number two, why the fuck are you taking your sweet time putting on your boots, sir?
Casually. Look out the window, friend.
I mean, come on. Look, it's like, come on, you know? Yeah, see? Aurelius agrees. Tired Superman. The man is tired.
Man is ready to walk out.
Over on our Twitch, Kit Crash, the suit could be a lot better. Also, I don't think James Gunn is the person to helm a Superman project, to be honest. 100% agree.
Thank you, Kit Crash.
100% agree.
Yeah.
And then Young Phil, yes, Young Phil, you have been summoned. Every time we go live, you are being summoned, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome. If you guys don't know, Phil is the host over at Distance Learning. So what's up, dude? Thank you for joining us. So yeah. But yeah, you're getting a lot of vibes out of this. A lot. Okay. Corn Sweat does it, and I agree with you 100%. He gives off, if you want to go young, this is the direction you want to go. I get it. I get it. Again, I still agree, or I still feel that he is the what is it? The
Wish version.
The store brand version of Henry Cavill.
Great value Henry Cavill.
Thank you. The great value Henry Cavill. Yes, he does. Again, though, if this is the direction you want to go for it. And a lot of people, there's a lot of inspiration coming through here. You know, there's a lot of inspiration coming out through here. You're getting New 52 vibes all up in here. Okay, so we've got New 52 vibes here. All right, up in the neckline right here. You've got Kingdom Come. We've got the Kingdom Come logo. Okay, you got a little bit of Alex Ross here. You know, so I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of the speed lines. These speed lines, I don't think they're necessary.
What is that for? What is that for?
I don't think it's necessary. You're
gonna give Superman the lightning powers like in the anime, do you?
I don't know.
You better not have the Speed Force powers lighting up that suit. I'm gonna be.
I don't know. Phil, when you guys come in on the way Ash comes on, what? No. What? No, we don't. First off, sir, we are on time, and we stay on topic. Okay, so
we was definitely on time.
We were on time today.
Yes.
Okay? Kit Crash says a big problem with the suit is that there's too much detail. It's like they're trying too hard with Superman's suit. Less is more. Agreed. Oh, to your show, dude.
Yes, I'd love to.
We gotta figure something out to be on your show, dude. To be on Distance Nerding. But I completely agree with Kit Crash. There's too much going on. If they played it simple, like Christopher Reeves, bare minimum, you know, cool with an updated version. I mean, we are getting the signature red chonies next. Why
are the boots so bright and everything else is so dull?
Right?
What's going on?
Like, I'm just, and okay, the cape is giving me Cavill vibes, right?
Glorious capes.
Yeah, the cape is giving me Henry Cavill vibes. Know. No capes.
No capes.
That's what it's giving. But I honestly feel this is not the only suit we're going to see in this movie. It's not
the starter suit. Is this the starter suit?
I have a feeling it's a starter suit. I have a feeling this is the suit that Ma made, that Ma Kent made. That's the vibe I'm getting. You know,
I can see that.
So there is a big possibility that he is going to go ahead and get an upgraded suit. New boot. He probably got them straight out of the box. He's just like, I better put these on.
Box boots.
I need to put these boots on next because the other ones were fucking destroyed.
I'm gonna make this shirt work a little longer, but the French boots.
It's like this Superman with battle damage. It's just kind of like, you know. Phil says, well, he's supposed to be an alien. His suit is alien. It's supposed to be from another world. Okay.
Reasonable.
Don't get me wrong. I get it. Okay, because again, we saw that in Zack Snyder. The suit that Cavill got was from Krypton. Yeah. I get it. You know, but if he's trying to be comic book accurate, if he's trying to do this, he's trying to do that. Technically, I don't think that this was something that didn't Ma Kent make him in the suit. Am I wrong, or
let's confirm, shall we?
You know,
if this is an origin beginning young Superman that's stumbling through figuring it out, then yes. See,
there it is. The suit was made by Ma Kent. He wouldn't look as alien as you think.
Right. Just the symbol. Just the symbol is.
Yeah. And his cape is supposed to be the blanket that he was found in.
Yep.
You know. So it's just kind of like
alien, and the S is alien, but everything else is Wrangler jeans. Like that's what it is.
Fucking Brett Favre in the back, Wrangler.
The jeans you used to buy at Walmart.
Okay. See, okay. So there it is. So the original story, but it's
own petard.
So okay, New 52. Okay, and see, I don't know, man.
Hoist it on your own petard.
I mean, but I do strongly feel with them showing the suit this early.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not even a year. It's what, June? Is it June that's supposed to be coming out, or July 25th?
Yes, in July 25th is it.
It's early enough that they're showing the new suit. It is a strong possibility that he is probably going to get another suit before the end of the film or halfway through the film. I mean, I even read, and I don't know if you saw this, Mose, or read this, Mose. There's a big possibility we're going to see Ultraman in here. Okay, so we're going to get the clone. And I'm like, we're jumping into clones already? Is that what's happening? You know, that we're doing that? Aurelia says the black suit was on the ship. Yes, that's true. The black suit was on the ship. Let's see. Kit Crash. That's why Christopher Reeve's suit holds up so well. All you would have to do is update it a little, and you would, be on your way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, I mean, okay. If you now, Mose, you're standing at mid still. With the suit, you're still mid.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, you're staying at mid.
I'm staying at mid, gang. I couldn't even make it to the second episode of that cartoon version. Could not.
Oh, the one on Max?
Yeah, that shit was rough.
Is it? Okay.
So
I think there's another season coming out later next month or something like that. Yeah.
But why, y'all?
This
is what we ended up with a second season of Velma. Y'all are to blame for this.
Y'all are
to blame for this because I didn't watch that shit. Not even hate watched. You goobers.
A bunch of goobers. But see, that's the thing. It's like, but see, this is where the community is divided. We have some that love it, some that hate it, some that have Velma greenlit for a second season. And then there's other people that are screaming and yelling at their TV that the X-Men are too woke. You can't have it both ways. At least that's how I feel. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You can't. The Kingdom Come logo is the only thing I really love about this suit. That's from Kit Crash over on our Twitch. I agree. I was not expecting them to go with the Kingdom Come logo. I was more expecting the classic S because and the only reason why is because James Gunn dropped the first thing that he dropped about the suit was Action Comics, where he's holding the car over his head and you got the black logo, the black background with the red S. So I was assuming like, oh shit, we're gonna go that route. Okay, cool. Like we haven't seen that before. Like I'm excited to see that. I think we actually saw a glimpse of it in Superman and Lois, the WB show.
Wait, which you said WB? You did not say CW. So you talking about from the 90s?
I'm old.
Okay.
So when I say when I refer to the WB, I'm referring to the CW.
The
WB. That's how old I am. Okay.
The WB.
The frog just fucking comes in.
Michigan frog.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Racist as hell.
This is true. Phil says, remember, James Gunn kind of just drops stuff. He likes to drop hints so they aren't spoiled by paparazzi. Okay, I can get that.
Phil is rooting for you, Gunn. You got a fan.
Anyone who cries about X-Men being woke never read an X-Men comic. 100% agree. 100% agree. And then Kit Crash, yes, they showed a glimpse in Superman and Lois. Yes, okay, cool, perfect. Thanks for the confirmation, sir. And then lastly, Phil says the CW is still the WB to me with that racist ass frog. See, there it is.
All acknowledge that frog was racist as hell.
So I mean, Moses is still mid on the film. For me, I'm hesitantly optimistic. Okay. Only because I've seen what James Gunn can do. Okay. I've seen Peacemaker. I've seen all three Guardians, so it's like, I can see what he can do. So I'm hesitantly optimistic. Am I going to go in with a guard up? Absolutely. It's Superman. You cannot fuck up Superman, and please don't fuck up Superman. Please.
I mean, we already got Man of Steel.
We did. And Man of Steel is that's my Superman, you know.
Yeah, that's like a super movie.
Kid Crush says the problem with James Gunn is his tone doesn't feel like it would fit with Superman.
Always some goofy shit with James Gunn. That's exactly why I know this is going to be mid. He's going to be goofy. It's not the tone for DC projects. It's just not the tone of DC. Let it go. You're not going to make, like, the goofiest you get is Harley Quinn, and they're talking about fucking and fighting and murder the entire time. STDs and everything in between. And so the only way for you to get goofy is to be like edgy and shocky because it's DC.
Yeah.
They're a doomsday type of vibe over there. Like,
do you feel that James Gunn would do better with a Booster Gold?
Get the plucky heroes if you want to do something funny.
That's what I'm saying. If he wants to be cute and funny and stuff like that, like he was with Guardians, Booster Gold. Start off with Booster Gold. You know, don't start off with Superman. You know, it's the tone now. Yeah, I completely agree. You know, and I feel that the tone is shifting. Marvel was the playful, funny, you know, and that's what we got. But now, seeing what we've seen in all 9 episodes of X-Men 97 and what we're going into next, it's shifting. I have a strong feeling that it's shifting. You know, Booster Gold would likely work better with James Gunn. Completely agree, Kid Crash. Yeah, absolutely. You know, so
successful because it's goofy.
Right,
why do you go into the most serious characters, the most impacted characters, some of the characters who have experienced some of the worst things possible, and then try to have them doing one-liners and zingers and shit? Like, what is that about? No,
Phil, James Gunn is a fan and he understands the characters. He can direct more serious films too. He's done it in the past. Suicide Squad and Guardians fit that type of film, but he comes from horror. That's true. Yeah, he does come from horror. And he can direct non-goofy stuff too. If you look at his filmography, he's got chops for this.
Ooh. I guess I'm rooting for it. Sure. I love that Phil is like, come on, guys, come on.
Again, I'm hesitantly optimistic for it. You know, am I going to go see it in theaters? Yeah, I'm going to go see it in the theaters, but I'm not going to be there first weekend. I'll probably be there like second weekend or something like that.
Oh, wait until Max or
Booster Gold, who is Nathan Fillion, should be playing with James Gunn directing. I would pay to see that. Booster Gold and Nathan Fillion, I can see that. But a while back, and I think we talked about this, Mose. What's his name? Sean William Scott. I think he'd be a good Booster Gold.
Yes, I say give James Gunn Plastic Man. Go for it.
Ooh,
take Plastic Man and do your thing. I bet you that would be very enjoyable.
That would be pretty good. Okay. All right. Let's move gears from DC and let's go ahead and go to a different topic. What do we got next, Mose?
Oh, hold on. I gotta get my snazzy liners ready. Oh my gosh, Marvel, why? Apparently, some knucklehead at Marvel Studios thinks that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson should play Apocalypse. That's like a Mad Lib sentence. Like, why? Give me a place, Marvel Studios. Give me a person, Dwayne Johnson. Like, what?
Yeah, I kind of feel that's very Mad Lib. Have you seen that one guy that does the Mad Libs? Like it's like he snorts coke and then he goes, "Give me a Mad Libs."
The ginger guy,
yeah, him.
What's his name?
Marvel wants Dwayne Johnson for Apocalypse. Honestly, I don't like it. If it's because of the body type, I don't like it. Like it.
Apocalypse can be in any body type. What?
Right, and I think a lot of people lost because they're like, Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse. Like he's not tall enough. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, so silly.
You know,
Imagine
like
having someone as talented as Oscar Isaacs play that character, even though the movie was shit. And then you think to yourself, you know what would be a good follow-up to reintroduce this? The Rock. The Rock would be a good follow-up. Like,
Phil saying Superman needs to be slightly dark, and you need to have Cal dealing with the fact that he has to choose who he saves. Yes, and we saw that in Man of Steel. He can't save everyone, and he knows it. There's a book that talks about Cal being able to hear everyone screaming for help when he goes to sleep, and he has to choose who he saves.
Yeah, like the scene when the courthouse blows up and he's just standing there sad as hell because he couldn't get to anybody in time.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Yes, Phil, it is a rumor that Marvel is doing that, but still, nevertheless, if it is a rumor, I don't like it. I do not like it.
Phil said, get your facts. I heard that, Phil. That is a rumor.
Kit Crash says Marvel should look at Dwayne Johnson. Look at what Dwayne Johnson did for Black Adam, which was nothing. That casting makes no sense. I completely agree. There's no confirmation. They want Dwayne as Apocalypse. It's rumors.
It's rumors, y'all.
So
it's a rumor, so let's just dead it then. Because
rumor has it that Marvel wants Dwayne Johnson, and I don't like it.
Not one bit.
I don't like it. If it happens, I don't like it, and that would be a horrible start for the X-Men. It would be a horrendous start.
If that's the rebranding, try again.
Yeah, I think that would be a horrible start. That's all I can really say. I hope it doesn't happen. If it's a rumor, I hope it stays a rumor and it never happens. I don't want to see it. I think, and then especially with all the shit that's been coming out, that him and Ryan Reynolds got into this big old fight because he can't show up on time for work or some shit like that.
Peeing in bottles is what got me. Peeing in bottles in between takes and just like, here you go, and going back to the scene. Like, oh my gosh. No way, bro. No way.
I understand dedication to a job, okay, but this isn't. But you're in a studio and you're not lifting weights, homie, and so you have time to stop and go take a piss somewhere instead of pissing in a bottle and then handing it to a PA and saying, "Can you take care of this for me?" No.
Absurd. Like, absurd.
No.
I can look somebody in the eye and be like, take this for me, man. And it's a bottle of your piss.
No.
You just got to take it because you're the PA. Like, what else am I going to do? I got to take it.
Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Remember the giant robot makes shit up. Yes, absolutely. And then Aurelius says, I'm sure they want him. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure if Marvel does, they'll find him for something. Maybe for some role, like Phil said, but Apocalypse, no, I can't. I honestly feel with Oscar Isaac playing Apocalypse, and we saw which I think he did a great job as Apocalypse. Okay,
yeah,
the movie was still
for that. He definitely set the bar. Yeah.
Granted, the movie was trash, but I think his performance was fantastic as Apocalypse. I feel that Apocalypse is one of those characters that should be CGI.
Okay.
Because
yeah,
right, because he has the ability to be 8 feet tall or 6 feet tall or 10 feet tall or 20 feet tall, because he has that ability. To do that. I feel he should be CGI. I mean, we've seen, the Hulk looks great in fucking CGI, so it's just one of those things that I think he would do best as a CGI character. Kid Crash says, right now Marvel has a big problem with writing stories. I agree. The last few years have been pretty rough material-wise. Yes, but the reason why, especially if you're referring to the TV shows, they had their TV shows were not traditionally done in a TV style. They had no showrunners. They had no pilots. They just shot it and said, here you go. There's that. So now they've realized the errors of their ways. And are going back to that traditional showrunner and pilot and sending out the pilots and testing the pilots and things like that, but I still stand to what I've said before. Marvel was able, because of the first 10 years that they put out, was able to have a shit phase. And that's what we got for phase 4. A lot of people didn't like phase 4 because of X, Y, and Z. You know, a lot of people didn't like Moon Knight, didn't like She-Hulk, didn't like the Marvels, didn't like, you know, the TV shows that actually came out. You know, Secret Invasion was fucking rough. It was rough to watch. It really was rough.
Didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it was really rough to watch. And to see some of the characters that you've been with for the last, you know, 10, 12 years, then immediately get killed off in the second episode. You're just like, what the fuck is this? Like,
yeah,
you know,
not great.
So it's stuff like that. So them going back to the original showrunner, having a showrunner and putting something together and testing it and things like that. I think that's what they need in order to get back to kind of get back to where they were at before, you know. Phil says the PA life is a hard. Absolutely, the PA life is a hard one. They also said we need a survival of the fittest or an Age of Apocalypse. I think that would be. I think that would be fantastic, an Age of Apocalypse film. But again, I feel that's down the road. We're talking a few years later. You know, WandaVision had a showrunner. Did they? I didn't think they did. I know. I don't think Moon Knight had one. I don't think She-Hulk had one. I don't think the Marvels had one. You know, I didn't think. Okay, cool. Well, WandaVision was actually really good, so I stand corrected. WandaVision was really good. That's probably why it was really good. You know. Says, what's that?
I said that makes the most sense that Wanda had the showrunner.
Yeah. Phil says a lot of those shows had plot points cut due to real world tragedies, and the movies were supposed to pay off, but people got impatient. Except Secret Invasion, that shit was trash. Absolutely, it was
no excuse for that one.
Like, why
giving
me this? You know. Kid Crash says they relied on the success of the early 10 years. Yes, absolutely. Yes, they did. They thought the Marvel brand could make people watch bad stories. I completely agree. Yeah. But those first 10 years, just to your point, is like, yeah, it gave them the right to kind of slack off a little bit, which is what they did. They slacked off, you know.
Which is really crazy because there was only about 4 or 5 of those first 10-year movies that were actually any good. When you really think about it.
When you really break it down, yeah.
The Thor movies were never great. Like, none of the Thor movies were that great.
I beg to differ. The second one was a hard watch. The first one was a good introduction. The first one was a good introduction.
It's the same from the first movie to the second movie. They changed.
I completely agree. I completely agree.
Hair color changed. It was just like
I completely agree. I mean, the director was Kenneth Branagh, who is an English actor, was a Broadway, you know, so he brought that, you know, that English, you know, the doth and, you know, all this other stuff into the film, which is what Thor is. So that introduction was a fantastic introduction for that. Then we get the Lost World
it was weird with the dark elves. And
it seemed rushed because I think Malik is a fantastic villain, and the way that they, you know, the way that they did him, it was just kind of like, okay, you know, yes, thank you.
Either.
The first one was Shakespearean, and yes, if you read a Thor comic book, yes, that is what it's supposed to be. They're on Asgard. It's supposed to be very Shakespearean, you know. So yeah, absolutely. And then it just completely when Taika Waititi took over on the third one and the fourth one, it just.
I mean, there were several. The third Iron Man, terrible, absolutely terrible.
You had Shane Black directing that one.
Terrible movie. And then the Captain America, the first one was the weakest one. That's the funniest part about Captain America. Its intro movie was the weakest of its movies. And it picked way up in the second. And then Civil War, of course, was great. So
yeah, you had the Russo brothers doing the last 2.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know, so you had that.
Like 12 movies, but only like 5 of them are great. Because even with Infinity War and like Endgame was good. Infinity War was good. Sorry, Endgame not so much. You know,
Endgame had too many moving parts.
Ugh.
It had too many moving parts. It went full Kirby. the YTT movies, yes, absolutely. I agree with that. It went full Kirby.
Full Kirby.
And I think, I don't know if you saw, there was a report where I think Chris Hemsworth was being interviewed, I think, for the Furiosa films, and they asked him about, Thor, and he says that he regrets not reeling it in for the fourth one. Like he
was like all improv by the end.
He took full blame for it. He goes, "Yeah, I regret it being fully improv and stuff like that." Like it was a lot. It was a lot, So yeah. Kit Crash, lost internet for a moment. Storm has moved in. Where are you at, dude?
I know. Are you okay? Batten down the hatches, friend. Batten down the hatches.
Yeah. What's Storm?
Okay. What part of the U.S. are you in?
Because it is fucking hot in SoCal right now.
Nice over here. Even up in the Bay Area, it's nice. I got the windows open still.
He's in Louisiana. Well,
oh, Lord.
Sir, stay safe, sir.
Yes.
Stay safe. I appreciate you joining us. Stay safe, though. Phil, well, obviously, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
See, Aurelius wants to go back to X-Men. Okay, we're moving on. Okay, so Dwayne, Marvel wants Dwayne. Well, we don't want Dwayne. So that's what's happening. What do we got next, Mose?
I don't even know now. I'm thrown. Talk about what I want to talk about.
I know. Stop bullying us, Aurelius. God. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my supervisor. You're not my supervisor.
So right on the heels of Xbox Microsoft now chopping off yet another round of people's jobs for some weird reason, good old Nintendo decided to announce, guess what? We'll drop a new console. Come through.
Surprise, bitches. So we're talking what, the Switch 2? That's probably what we're looking at?
I figure that's what it is, right? Like what else?
It's got to be.
They're not going back to regular consoles, and they're not going back to the Wii. So what are we talking about?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're saying that it's going to be this fiscal year. This fiscal year, what ends in October. Don't ask me why I know that. Don't ask me why I know that.
Calendar year. I don't know.
I know. No shit, right? It's just like, why can't you just fucking do calendar year? Like,
the year's over June 5th. What do you mean?
How dare you, sir?
Sir.
It is the fiscal year. Phil is also known as Captain Obvious. That's why. Sorry. Our apologies, sir.
Excuse me.
I didn't know you had a rank.
Okay, I didn't know there was an official title.
Kit Crash, with so much digital now, do you all think everything will just eventually become PC?
I say no. I say consoles won't die. They'll get.
I don't think so.
But I don't think they'll die. No.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that they'll get smaller. I mean, you look at the Wii. I mean, not the Wii. Look at the Switch.
Yeah.
With everything being digital, I do completely agree that that I don't think that they'll go away. I don't think it'll solely become PC, but it's going to be very downloading. You're going to download everything. You're going to buy stuff online and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just one of those things that I just kind of. It's like I got a PS5 and I'm just kind of like, okay, cool, and I play the PS5 occasionally and stuff like that. Not as much as I used to, but the one thing that just it blows my fucking mind. It really does. It blows my mind. Is I buy Call of Duty. Okay, I bought the new Call of Duty, and I go in and I put in the disc to play it. Me, being a 40-something-year-old man, used to going into. I'll get to you, Aurelius. You hold on, sir.
You wait, sir.
You wait your turn, sir. Me, in my mind, the last time I bought a game, okay, I put it into the console. I closed the disk drive, or I closed the drive.
Beep. Yeah.
I hear the disc spinning, and I'm just like, let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. No, I gotta download it.
A 4-hour download at that. Ain't that some shit?
And this is the time that I have the ability to play the PlayStation. You know, it's when everybody's asleep, my kids are asleep, my wife's asleep, and I got me time, you know, to play. My me time turned into a fucking 4-hour download. I said, fuck this shit.
Exactly. Good night.
Phil says if we're gonna play that game, I was a specialist and I got out of the Army. Eugene's not here.
I'm like, who brought that up?
It's because we called him Captain, remember?
Got it. Sorry. Did you say sergeant? He was a sergeant?
He said specialist. He was a specialist.
Specialist. Excuse me.
Aurelius, LOL, when was the last time you bought a disc and not downloaded a game or a song? Sir,
God of War 4.
Sir, they had a special at GameStop. If I renewed my GameStop subscription, I got Call of Duty for half price.
Oh wow, GameStop still has subscriptions.
Yeah. So yeah. That was the last time I bought a game, sir.
God of War 4, I think, is the last time I bought a physical copy of a game.
Yeah, everything else is
PS4, and I bought God of War 4 at the same time. And then for the next month, I slowly played the game. I stretched it out over a whole month. It was great. Nice. Delicious. Delicious.
Kit Crash says in a question related to that, do you think physical media will ever die out? Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
we're already seeing it happen.
It's already halfway there.
It's already happening. Best Buy's gonna no longer start selling physical media. It's all gonna be stuff you're gonna have to download. Target's doing the same thing. I remember not as a kid, but just a few years ago, they had fucking aisles of movies that you can just go down, you know.
Yep, they're empty.
And now the aisles are gone. They're like little bookends now where they have the movies now. Surprisingly though, those aisles that had the movies now have books.
I was gonna say books are back, baby.
Like, this is awesome.
Back.
This is awesome, and I'm excited for that, you know, because kids love to read, so it's like I can take them there, you know, because unfortunately the closest Barnes and Noble to me is like 15 miles out. I can't, so I gotta drive out to go to a Barnes and Noble. Target's up the street for me, so I can take the kids to go pick something up. Phil says basically an overrated pirate. Yes, you are, sir. He is an overrated.
Overrated private?
Excuse me. So we've got a new console from Nintendo coming in. I'm sure with that, they're gonna end up launching a few extra games, you know, of course. The Switch 2, I don't know how it's gonna end up looking. I don't know what they're gonna end up doing, but I'm sure it's gonna be better than the Wii U. Anything's better than the Wii U.
Maybe.
I would say.
Maybe.
Maybe. Phil says there's an entire movement behind people wanting to keep physical media. The idea of not actually owning your stuff in favor of digital libraries. People are afraid of the hypotheticals, like companies can restrict your libraries. Let's see. I meant overpaid by autocorrect wins, but autocorrect wins. All right, so moving on from Nintendo, let's see what else we got, Mose.
So clearly in the Fantastic Four movie, we will be seeing Galactus. We all know we're seeing Galactus. In case you didn't know, you'll be seeing Galactus.
Surprise!
Is who's been cast to be the voice of Galactus. I'm assuming voice and maybe like face stretched out or something. I don't know, because
yeah, I'm assuming face as well.
Okay, so it's Ralph Ineson, guys. Ralph Ineson is going to be Galactus. And if you're like me, you're like, I know that guy's face, but from where? But from where? He was in The Vivage. I call it Vivage because it looks like two V's. The Witch. The Witch. He was in The Green Knight. He was in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, the first one. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was in The Creator.
Yeah, he played the Green Knight, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff. He's pretty talented. Got that good voice.
Yeah, it's. I agree. If it's going to be voice acting, cool. I'm all for it. I would prefer. I mean, a while back, one of the videos that I put together years ago. A lot of people. This was like way before the Fantastic Four was even, a thought in our mind and stuff like that. A lot of people said, "Who do you want to say these words?" Which is Galactus' words. I hunger. Who would you want to hear them say that? And the first person that came to my mind was Keith David. I think Keith David would be fantastic as a voice for Galactus. But we have our voice for Galactus. That's gonna be that's gonna be great. He is a great actor. Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
He was in Game of Thrones.
I had a feeling that I should have went to TV shows instead of his movies. Because the first thing up there was like Game of Thrones, and I was like, I didn't watch it, so I don't know him from that.
Who was he in Game of Thrones?
Aurelius?
Sir? We await your answer.
I mean, because I don't know.
Kid Crash says he's not a terrible choice for Galactus. He's going to be the voice. So, I mean, again, Galactus, Apocalypse, I feel those are the types of characters that need to be CGI. Have to be CGI. And then with the fact that we're getting Silver Surfer again. So, and it looks like we're going to get a female Silver Surfer to begin with. So again, sweet. And again, it's going to be voice acting. It's going to be mocap. It's going to be great, so I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, we're moving along with the Fantastic Four, and it's not looking horrible, right?
It's not looking it's looking different. That's what it's looking.
It is looking different.
So far, my only no thank you has actually been Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal. Pablo, what's going on?
Are you okay? It's that 9%.
I might be sleepy. I don't know.
It's that 9%. That 9% beer.
That 9%. It's getting me. Pedro Pascal is the only one that's not making sense for me.
It's a lot of people are talking about the age gap, and I'm just like, don't.
Weird.
Yeah.
Also, cousin playing Ben. Maybe cousin. All right, maybe.
Again, it's going to be mocap and it's going to be voice, so it's like, okay, cool. And remember, for those that don't know, this Fantastic Four is going to be set in an alternate universe. So it's not going to be taking place in our typical 616 MCU. A lot of people are speculating, though, that because Galactus is going to be in it, Silver Surfer is going to be in it, it's possible that this Fantastic Four's world is going to be devoured. So, which is why they need to jump ship and go to another world, a la our 616.
When they come through the other side, will they look different?
I don't know. They might. Kid Crash says, "Yeah, I don't see Pablo as Reed Richards."
That's the only thing.
And he says, "Pedro said it wrong too." Yes.
Dude, I'm not alone. Thank you.
But with that, we also got additional news on someone else that was cast in the Fantastic Four.
Oh my gosh. Guess. You, America. You're never going to guess.
You're never going to guess who was cast in a secret role or a mystery role in this Fantastic Four film.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's John Malkovich.
Sorry.
Like what?
Like, I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't.
Look at John Malkovich. He's like 900 years old.
I don't. Who can he play, though?
Like, who's he playing? He better not be Stan Lee. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my God. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Right? That's why I was like, wait a minute. He's 70 years old.
How are you Latino making that kind of gaffe?
He's talking
Sir, sir, please.
Wait a minute now.
Enough. No. Aurelius, enough.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Philip says the Fantastic Four are in my head.
You gotta say that in his voice.
I can't. I can't.
John Malkovich's voice.
Well,
Well,
I can do the head bobbing when he fucking
head
talks
bob
and shit, but I can't do that.
that's weird. What's going on, Marvel? Y'all doing some weird stuff.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, but that's okay. Let's see. So, again, shifting gears away from Marvel.
Right back to what we love.
Right back to what we really love. Aurelia says, low-key, my favorite actor. John Malkovich. Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
Nah. We never talked about that.
Oh no. Kid Crash, this is all leading to Secret Wars, which I hope is good. So do I. I hope Secret Wars is good, but if the rumor of Sam Raimi wanting to helm Secret Wars, I'd rather not have Sam Raimi helm Secret Wars. I would rather have it in someone else's capable hands, a la the Russo brothers or someone else. You know, I don't know. Phil says he's not going to play a comic character. He's going to play someone's boss or uncle, probably.
Maybe.
I swear to God, if he plays Victor Von Doom before he turns into Doctor Doom,
before he's Doom, and now we know that's it's supposed to be John Malkovich in that armor. I think the fuck not. No, sir. Sit it on down.
Aurelius goes, okay. Kid Crash, the Russo brothers originally wanted to do it. I don't know what happened between then and now. I don't know. There's a long time before Secret Wars is even a thought in our mind. You know, it's gonna take some time. Phil says he's not handsome enough to be Victor. Don't do that to me.
Seriously. I want them to bring back the dude from Rock and Rolla to try it again. That's what I want.
That would be cool. I want
him to get a second chance.
That would be cool.
Yep.
That would be cool.
Yep.
Let's see. So moving on to our next topic. We're back in DC. We're back in DC world.
There we are. Back where we belong.
We got first images today of an upcoming DC show. Where's it at? Here we go.
Boy, I tell you.
Boom shaka.
Boy, I tell you, the cosplays that are about to come out of this.
Dude.
This is the only Harley Quinn look I have ever liked. That shit is dope.
Right here. There she is. That's Harley. That's Harley.
She looks so ominous. I'm like, yes, ma'am.
So for those that don't recall, Max was supposed to be running with Batman the Cape Crusader. Okay. When they were going through all that bullshit where Batgirl got canned and stuff like that, they killed Batman the Cape Crusader before it even got off the ground running. And remember, Bruce Timm is the one that's going to be helming it again. Bruce Timm, our favorite Batman the Animated Series creator. So we're getting this Batman Cape Crusader. We are getting looks. These are for our first looks on it. Let's see. Phil says Cillian Murphy is my top choice for Victor Von Doom. I think Cillian would be a fantastic job. And remember, it's Cillian with a hard K. That was we were corrected on that because I called him Cillian, and it's Cillian with a K, hard with a hard K.
I love that idea, actually.
Cillian Murphy. I think Cillian Murphy would be a fantastic Doctor Doom. I agree. I
love that idea.
With the underboob.
Oh my god!
I think he's referring to your comment about Harley Quinn.
Yeah, because I'm over here trying to figure out that look myself, but I'm also halfway there to that Catwoman. The looks are.
Aurelius is saying looks like '90s Batman. Kid Crash says I agree. Cillian Murphy would be in separate choice for Doom. Yep, I agree. Inspired choice. Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. Phil says the Harley Quinn has some underboob action happening. Yes, thank you, sir.
All right, weirdos. Tone it down.
But remember, keep in mind, guys, this Cape Crusader, Batman Cape Crusader, is supposed to take place in the 40s. That's where it's supposed to be taking place. We've got classic Batman here with the real tall ears,
extra pointy ears. I've got this figurine on my bookshelf right now.
He's got the wrist gloves on.
Oh yeah,
he's got that. The
little burglar glove, the cat burglar gloves.
The cat burglar gloves. And then we've got, this is our first look at Selena Kyle. In that era. Mose, you're not wrong. There's going to be some wicked cosplay coming out soon.
I'm gonna do that Harley Quinn. I'm about to do that Harley Quinn. That thing is dope.
Yeah, So I we still have that Bruce Timm style coming from it. Mm-hmm. It's giving me 90s. It's giving me 90s Batman. Mm-hmm. But you know what else it's also giving me? It's giving X-Men 97 vibes with the animation. With the real strong lines.
Really heavy lines. Really.
The real heavy lines and stuff like that. It looks fantastic,
I am actually rooting for this one.
This one looks good. Remember, it's going to be on Prime. It's not going to be on Max. Okay.
I'm rooting for this one. Yeah.
It's going to be premiering August 1st. Okay. Kit Crash says, what do you think about the Joker 2 movie, by the way? The Joker 2, it's knowing that 15 songs are going to be sung in the movie. It's going to be a little difficult to kind of. Essentially, it's a musical. The film is a musical, and if it's supposed to be happening in his head, in Arthur's head. Okay, I get it. I completely understand. They did change Harley's origin story at this point. She's already in Arkham. She didn't treat him, so there's some changes in there that it's just kind of a little bit, making it a musical was definitely a choice. Not sure it was a good one. I mean, we'll find out. I mean, who knows? We'll see. And Phil says, yes, we are getting the late, great Kevin Conroy to be voicing the Batman.
Damn, you can't miss that. This is his final one, right?
I believe this is his final one.
Yeah. I will be seated front row. Yeah. By front row, I mean my couch. So Sucker Punch musical?
Sir, that movie was bad enough as it is.
Hey, leave Sucker Punch alone.
The only Zack Snyder film that you're about, huh?
I also like the 300.
What about Rebel Moon?
Oh, Esty.
Dude, I have yet to see the second part, and I'm just like, every time I turn on Netflix, it's like right there. It's just like saying, "Are you gonna watch it yet?" We know you saw the first one. Are you gonna watch it?
Remember, you were like, "This is gonna be good."
Finish it.
Finish this. Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Okay, so Phil says there are 2 other release projects with Kevin as Batman. His final performance already came out.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Phil. Get Phil on the show.
I know, right? Oh, he says unreleased. He means unreleased.
Unreleased. Okay.
Isn't Kevin Conroy supposed to voice Batman in Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 3? I believe so. Because I know right now it's
Conroy. Okay.
the first part, because I finished watching the first part. Jensen Ackles is Batman in that one.
They're just wasting Jensen Ackles, because I heard these the Crisis aren't good.
I fell asleep. I fell asleep watching it. And like I had to do like a 3-parter for part 1. Because I was watching it and I knocked out, and then next thing I know, I'm just like, what the fuck happened? And it's just like, and I think I feel they're taking liberties with it, because a lot of the stuff that I see in it, I don't remember reading it in Crisis on Infinite Earths. I don't remember. There's some stuff in there that I don't remember at all. It could be in it, but I honestly do not remember. You know, some
Does
of that
Green
stuff.
Arrow become Spectre? Because that's what happened on the TV version.
That did happen in the TV version. Okay. So Kevin's final performance was Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
The game is his final. Oh man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Aurelius is saying it's a new Flashpoint. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Conroy.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's rough.
Yeah, I am with Ash. I don't agree with him taking a bullet in the face from Harley is the right send off for the man. But apparently I think I was reading where I fell into like a rabbit hole of YouTube videos where they're saying that actually wasn't the Justice League, that those were copies or clones or something that Brainiac did. So
so they're trying to trick us into playing the game to find out if it's right. Well, once it's not $70, I'll consider it.
Phil says, yep, that was the last thing he recorded before he died. He recorded Kid Crusader years ago. The same with Crisis. Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, that's good.
All right. Kill the Justice League is a game where someone should have said no. Yeah. And see, it's like I when I first heard about it, I was into it. I'm like, hey, this sounds pretty cool. I wouldn't mind it. And then next thing I know, it's like I'm scrolling on TikTok or on Instagram, and the next thing I know, I see Harley with fucking gems in her hair, and King Shark with a crown of gems, and Boomerang Man having gems all over. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I'm like, what is this all about? And it's just like I dive a little deeper on it, and it's just like, oh, they need those to actually beat the Justice League.
The crystals?
Yeah, apparently they needed that for extra power-ups, and I'm just like,
no thanks.
I don't know.
Crazy.
Phil says it's an alternate universe. They're playing with the multiverse stuff. Brainiac exists in multiple dimensions. See, I'm not down for that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired of the multiverse.
Hire me, bro. Hire me, DC. Hire Phil immediately.
I'm tired of the multiverse stuff. I really am.
Yes.
I'm sick of it. And you know what? I thought I was gonna be sick of it. I watched Invincible, and I'm like, you know what? This isn't bad. The way Invincible did it, I'm just kind of like, okay.
It's because they don't make a whole thing. You're just in it, then you're out of it. You're in it, then you're out. You know what I mean? It's not like everything is earth shaking. You're not meeting 6 new versions of Invincible every time you get a peek of him when he's bad, then you're gone. It's not a whole, oh, this is my other self. No.
Kid Crash says they should have made a solo Superman game. Been waiting on that. Oh, I think a solo Superman game would have been cool.
With who is the villain though? It gotta be Lex, right?
Yeah, it would have to be Lex.
Gotta be Lex.
Yeah. Phil says it's something that Lex created in another universe. It's basically to stop Superman and the crystals.
Damn. Well, did you like the game? Did you play the game? I played the when they gave out the codes so everyone could play for like 2. I think we had like 2 or 3 hours of free gameplay, something like that. I played that. I was like, Deathshot's got the best weapons, and as he should, because he's the shooter. Yeah. And Harley Quinn flips a lot, so
as you should.
Yeah, it was like okay.
All right. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, catch the Caped Crusader on Amazon Prime, dude. I mean, on August 1st, it's supposed to be coming. That's when it's supposed to be dropping. They'll probably end up. I mean, I don't know if they'll drop all the episodes.
Probably not
with Fallout, because Fallout dropped everything. So
that's true. Fallout. I feel like they weren't believing in Fallout enough because they dropped everything. But then when you get something like Vox Machina, they were only dropping them 3 episodes at a time. Or Rings of Power was only 3 episodes at a time. So it's interesting what formula they're following for which shows they drop everything. Because they don't.
Yeah, because Invincible was every week. They dropped it every week.
Yes, Invincible was every week. So,
Phil says it's okay. It was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't amazing either. Deadshot is easily my favorite character. The dialogue is fun.
I mean, it's not bad for like the way when we do comics plays and we need those group games to just talk shit over. Yeah. Something like this would work, but not for $70. Yeah.
Fallout is the best TV. Yes, 100% agree.
It was
that
so
Fallout
good.
Show was so fucking good.
Yeah.
So good. Fallout was good.
Yes.
Kid Crash says, what about Superman game where you fight smaller name villains like Parasite, Metallo, and Toyman, then surprise you with a dramatic fight with Doomsday at the end? That'd be cool.
I like Toyman. Toyman's a cool villain. And of course, Doomsday. We've yet to get a good Doomsday.
Yeah, that's true. We have yet to do it. Made me go back and replay New Vegas. Yeah, because that's at the end of Fallout. That's what you saw. They're headed to New Vegas.
Yes.
So
Fallout is a first-person shooter game.
Yes, it is.
I'm asking. I never played. I know what it is. I just never played. I knew it existed. But
yeah, it's a first-person shooter game. It's a fun game. It is really a fun game. Like you have the ability to like slow down, the game so that you can get like accurate like headshots and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. So that's pretty fun.
Nice.
Let's see. So moving on from the Cape Crusader, what do we got next? I think we got one more topic, and then we go into X-Men.
So according to Mr. Iger, who should go back to Disney and leave Marvel to people who actually like Marvel, we're about to get 2 to 3 movies a year and 2 shows a year from Marvel moving forward.
I mean, I get it.
Overkill. That seems like overkill.
I get it.
3 movies a year on top of 2 shows?
Yeah. So in, what was it, 2016, when Iron Man came out, we got Iron Man. And then what was it, the following year, we had Thor.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have multiple movies until when? It was I think it was probably when after Avengers. I think it was after Avengers when we had multiple movies coming out in the same year.
Right? No, that's that's a lot.
Yeah, because I remember going to Comic-Con and getting, I think I still have the poster, and I guarantee you that fucking poster is worth a shit ton of money. Oh. The Iron Man poster, the very first poster that they showed of Iron Man. I might have that one. Let's see. The comments are getting out of control. Let's see. Kid Crash says Fallout is a series definitely worth trying out. Completely agree.
Yeah.
Phil says it's first and third. You can change the view. Oh, there you go. So it's first and third player.
Oh, I can go to third?
There you go.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I'll play. I didn't know that. Ooh, okay.
Let's see. And then to Iger, he's actually slowing it down. Yeah, definitely he's actually slowing it down. Well, compared to, what was it? Because we had, what was it? There was 1 year where we had like 4 films coming out.
Yeah, but that's because mad shit got delayed. Like, that wasn't supposed to be the rhythm of the movies and shit getting dropped. Yeah. Stuff was getting bumped back, and then movies were competing with shows. Shows were getting turned into, like, movies were getting turned into shows instead of being movies. That was I feel like with pandemic and writer strike, it just fucked up the rhythm of a lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel like 3 big Marvel project movies on top of 2 full TV series a year is wild.
It's
to me, that seems like a lot.
It's a lot. Kid Crash says 2 movies and made a show would be enough. So 2 films and 1 show.
Right? Like 1 summer movie, 1 movie, some shit like that. With fall show, spring show.
Yeah, Aurelia says, like 4 to 5 a year. Yeah, there was a time where we had like, and it was recently.
Way too many projects. Way too many. That's very true. It would be like April, then June, then August, then November, then December.
Yeah.
Like, it was dropping like that.
It was wild.
A lot.
Yeah.
We were in the theater a lot.
Yeah. Phil says the last few years has been consistent content. Yes, absolutely. He wants to slow it down so that they can focus on more story. Yes, absolutely. I completely agree with that. They should be doing that. They should be slowing it down for story, or else we get a musical like the Marvels, where we go to a planet where they're singing and dancing and shit, in order for them to communicate. But yeah, I agree. It's one of those. It's like, okay, you have your TV shows. If you're breaking it down and you're trying to make the most money, the most out of bang for your buck in the theaters, when's the best time? Summer, blockbuster summer, and that's what May, June is that. And then
the kids are out of school. winter movie because again, the kids are out of school for winter break. Like that's how it goes.
So that's what you have. You have your summer movie, and then you have your holiday movie towards the end of the year. And in between that time frame, you can go ahead and pump out your TV shows.
And that's it.
Like it's if they do it right, it won't feel like a fucking overload. You know what I mean? If they do it right.
It's a lot of Marvel content to be digesting.
It really
TV
is.
shows or movies, that's still technically like 5 movies a year from Marvel.
Right. And don't get me wrong.
Because the way they chop their TV shows up, they're literally just a movie chopped up into episodes. So we're really still just getting 5 Marvel movies a year, which is the same problem we've always had. So I'm not really seeing how this is different.
Right. And that's the one thing that blows my mind, because it's like when we've had this conversation when we're talking to Ash, it's like Ash has a hard time watching a 3-hour film. Like he can't just turn on the Batman and sit and watch it. Like he needs to know, like, I'm going to be in it for a while. But he's got no problem turning on and watching 6 episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine that are a half hour each.
Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so fun.
Right, but that 6 episodes, 6 half-hour episodes that equate to 3 hours, no problem doing that. You know what I mean? So, like, to me, that's hard for me to like comprehend. That's just me.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what it is. You know, for me. Let's see. Kit Crash. Sorry. Here's another thing. Should the shows continue to connect with the movies? Because not everyone has Disney Plus. Valid point.
That's what they tried this time, and it flopped.
Yeah.
They tried doing that now, and they just got all out of whack. And then,
Yeah. Phil says, love it or hate it, the Marvels was good, and they're finding a way to nerf Carol.
Good or bearable? Those aren't the same thing.
Not true. Aurelia says, whoa. Danvers is OP in the comics, but even more OP in the movies. I mean,
I don't feel like she's OP enough in the movies.
I agree.
I always go to, I'm always dying on this hill. She had precognition at a point. She had reality warping abilities at a point, and we don't get to see none of that shit.
Yeah. Aurelius, they made her Disney pretty. Yeah, you're not wrong. They did make her.
They gave her a dress and everything.
Yeah.
It wasn't much dress.
Kid Crash, good is not how I would describe the Marvels.
It was a good dress, though. I will say that.
Yeah. You know, and it's like the one that I'm excited for, and now, like we've talked about it before, Blade is now finally going to start filming in the summertime in Mexico.
I don't even know what to think about that anymore.
That's happening. I believe we have Daredevil at the end of the year.
Yeah. We
have Daredevil Born Again at the end of the year. Kristen Ritter is just playing with our fucking emotions.
Yep, I was just about to say, Jessica Jones, anybody?
Yeah, she's playing with our fucking emotions, posting a photo of herself with purple hair on her Instagram page.
I was like, okay, Jewel, come through, Jewel.
Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of like, what the fuck's happening, you know? Mm-hmm. Apparently the next Shang-Chi film is supposed to introduce the next Iron Fist, you know?
They said, we're going to get this Iron Fist right. One way.
And the next Iron Fist is supposed to be a female Iron Fist. Cool.
Yeah. We're going to have the old girl from the show.
It better be.
That's funny.
Phil says that he's got to get going. It's been fun. I'll catch you guys later. Phil, next time, you better be on the show next time, dude.
I know, right? You got to come through.
Yeah. And then Aurelius is saying, so 2 movies starting next year. Probably.
Man.
Yeah, probably. I mean, so it's cool. If they're going to slow down production, fantastic, great. Do what you got to do. Tell the stories properly. Get paid, because essentially that's the game that they're in, is to get paid, you know. So
I want them to get out of TV shows and just stick to movies. That's what I want.
I think I feel you. I get it. But there's some worked so well. Like, I don't think you can pump so much into like a Daredevil film like they did in the TV series. You know what I mean?
Disney hasn't done any good TV series, really, to me. That's what I mean. Like, if it's going to still be Disney, stick to the movies. If it was people like Netflix who could do series, sure. But
Okay.
I haven't
I
seen
got
them
you.
drop a series that made me be like, oh shit, hallway scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Yeah. And
yeah.
it's just one of those things where it's just kind of like I would stick to the films, okay? And there's a lot of talk about stuff of them doing one shots.
Mhm.
Okay. What was it that I saw recently? And they said it was a Marvel, it was like a Marvel one shot or something like that. And like it specifically said it at the beginning of the film or the TV show. Do those on Disney Plus.
Right?
Introduce
Not
them there on Disney Plus.
anything,
You
not
know?
tied to the movies, like just so you can make them however you want because they're not connected to everything else.
Do a Nova there, do this, do that, have your obscure characters, with the one shots, do that, the ones, but if you get a resounding, everybody loving it, then transition it over to a film. You know what I mean? If that's the point, So yeah, Echo tried. And see, Echo. I got my issues with Echo. I got my issues.
Yeah, we remember.
I forgot there was Echo.
They did her dirty. They did her dirty. We all forgot there was an Echo. They did her
and it was going so well. Like I think there was 8 episodes. Out of those 8 episodes, maybe 3 were fucking amazing. Like it was great. Yeah. That last episode, that finale, I'm like, what power does she have? This is not one of her powers.
No.
What is this?
Mm.
The reason why she's called Echo is because she's just like Taskmaster. She can go ahead and copy the fight style. What they essentially did by calling her Echo in this was she was able to echo throughout her ancestry to go ahead and pick up the fight styles or everything that she's learned. So everything that they in her ancestry, everything that they've learned, she's able to echo all that and learn all that stuff. But there was a point where somehow she transferred that power to her grandmother and her cousin, that it turned into an actual brawl where everybody was fighting. So I'm like, I don't think that's how it works,
No.
So
let's get to the juicy stuff.
Yes.
Let's get to the juice.
Here we go.
97.
Now is your moment. Everybody that's watching, everybody that's listening, if you have not seen episode 9 of X-Men 97, now is your chance to kick rocks.
Yeah, log
off, but come back.
Watch it.
Yeah, go watch it. Go watch it because it was fucking. It's like you think that they're just kind of like, okay, we hurt your feelings with Gambit dying. Okay, we hurt your feelings there. We broke your heart. Guess what? Magneto's alive. Psych, he's not. He didn't die. He's alive. Then we get fucking Cable coming back, and you're just like, oh, okay, so we have a fucking reunion. Genosha happens, and then it's just like, and then we get fucking episode 9. Episode fucking 9.
Episode 9, ladies and gentlemen. Just like from every angle. It was just like one thing after another thing after another. Like I kept having to rewind because I would like think to myself, oh, it's gonna die down a little. Let me walk over here and do this real quick. Then I just hear punches and kicks and zip zap. I was like, wait a minute. Go back and rewind. Somebody else fighting. Go back and rewind. Somebody else fighting. It was just like it was like a little mini war, and boy. Was they throwing hands?
It was so good because it's like we finally got in episode 8. Wolverine is no longer sidelined all season.
Finally, we get to see why Wolverine is who he is. Yes,
and then he goes with Nightcrawler, and they go that fight fucking scene, and to this day. I didn't know that I needed to see what the POV looked like when Nightcrawler was bamfing
Oh, that was so good. Sliding through the dimensions. So good. Yeah, I really enjoy. I was like, wow, so that's what it looks like for him. Wow.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That happens. The X Mansion's destroyed. I don't know about you, but when they opened episode 9 with Xavier just calmly sleeping in his bed, homie, you got a fucking hole in your wall.
He was like, oh yeah, I forgot. When he got up and shined his old wheelchair, I was crying. I was like, get it's like stabbed through. And he's all I'm like, what are you? Get out of here.
It's like, homie, like you had nowhere else to go.
Sighing in every room. He's just all the
God damn it.
The homie show is not gonna cover this. It's not gonna cover this.
God damn it, Danger Room is destroyed. Go get me a cup of coffee. God damn it, kitchen's broken.
Fuck, he's not trying to use his telepathic powers. Someone bring me coffee.
What the fuck you want, sir?
Oh my gosh, excuse me? Just like, bring me coffee, I said. Oh my gosh.
But didn't I say?
Did.
Are we seeing
You
Cyclops?
Yes.
Cyclops villain
build, because when he zapped him, I was like, yo, were you secretly on this side the whole time? And you just didn't walk over there like Rogue did? Like, wait a minute.
It was so good. I love the fact that they ended up going back to they put on the old costumes.
Mm-hmm.
And I got
yes. Full Magneto outfit.
Yeah.
Full helmet. I was like, there we go. Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Pride of the X-Men? The old cartoon?
From the 90s?
No, but before the 90s.
Oh, no, but I've seen clips online. I've seen clips
where it's like they show the Kitty Pryde was the Jubilee, and they showed the Dazzler and stuff like that. You actually got Wolverine as like an actual Australian, when you hear his voice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those are the costumes that they were wearing, So it's like when I saw that, I'm just like, oh, that's fucking dope. That's a nice callback.
Pretty
that's
good.
A nice fucking callback.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I'm watching it and it ends and I'm like, Disney did fucking Bo DeMaio horrible.
Like, what did he do? Why did they get rid of him? This shit is incredible.
And it's just like, and it makes me sad that it's coming to an end. It makes me sad. And yes, it's been greenlit for a season 2 and a season 3.
But if it's not him writing it, what the fuck are we gonna get?
Right?
Gail Simon coming back? Is she coming back in?
Like I don't know like what's supposed to happen, because he is promoting the fuck out of the show and it doesn't even work for them anymore.
No, he's like, I don't care. People see my work. You could tell he worked hard on this, and he's just like, even if I'm not the one working there, go watch the magic I made, because what we saw Magneto do, we all knew he could do it, but we never seen him do it. And then he did it. And I was just like,
I can't believe he fucking did it though.
He said enough is enough. I was like,
yeah, it was just one of those things where it's just like when it happened, and the line that Wolverine says, he goes, "The brave ones are the first ones to die," and I'm like, fucking foreshadowing, asshole.
Yourself, maybe.
And I'm just kind of like, that's a little foreshadowing. But guaranteed, in the 90s, when X-Men 92 came out, you never saw claws through the body. You never saw blood like that.
I mean, stabbed right through. And I was like, whoa, this is the end of, oh no, flip, reverse, it's the end of, oh goodness.
Oh, so there you go. Aurelius says that he finished season 2. He was writing season 3 when they fired him. Okay, so
that's good.
I'm makes me happy that he's.
I'm sad that he's fired, but hey, a season and a half left of good stuff.
Like, what the fuck did he do?
What the fuck did he do?
What did he do?
Nobody knows what he did. Tell us.
Because it was like out of nowhere.
Seriously, and he's put out really good work. So what? They see that this is good. So how bad could it be?
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that Disney comes back saying, "Hey, man, we fucked up. You want to come back?"
They did it with Mr. Gunn himself, didn't they?
Yeah. They
had to
did.
walk that shit way back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's not the first. It wouldn't be the first time, and guaranteed it will not be the last time. You know,
they don't know what they're doing.
But dude, to see Wolverine have the fucking adamantium being
spoilers
out of his body.
That shit was. And we're gonna finally see when he lives, because we know he's not dying.
We know he's gonna live.
We're gonna get bone claws, baby. It's gonna be nice.
Not only that, but we're gonna get fucking feral Wolverine.
We're gonna get feral James Logan, ladies and gentlemen. And all I can think is that once you get a feral Jimmy, feral Sabretooth is not far behind.
It
so
can't
it's
be.
like,
and that's the thing, is that a lot of people don't realize that the reason why he hasn't become feral before, is because the adamantium was slowing it down, first off, and his healing factor.
Yep.
So it's like a lot of people don't realize that his body's constantly healing itself because of the adamantium.
Yep.
Which is why we got Old Man Logan.
Poisoned with cancer and shit.
Exactly. Sabretooth would have never survived the operation, so we would see feral Sabretooth first, because just like you pointed out before, the older he gets, the more animalistic he becomes, so and that dude, the way that it ended as a fucking shot for shot replica.
I still frame, honey. I was like, y'all wild. And then it just cut to the credits. I was like,
it was just like, did that chick, it stopped, it's over? It's over?
I screamed. I did. I literally screamed. I stood up like, what?
Yeah.
It was
Magnus, for the love of God. You're just like
Magnus, for the love of God.
And and if you guys don't know, and you guys want to see it in comic book form, X-Men issue 25. The storyline is called Fatal Attraction. Okay. Where you see that and you're just like, and I guarantee you it's fucking line for line. You see Professor X at the top left-hand side of the page, and he says, Magnus, for the love of God, don't. And then you see Jean say, I think she says, oh God, Logan, and then at the very bottom of the panel, you see that shot that you saw on X-Men 97, of him, of that adamantium just being ripped out of his body,
And now we're about to get this guy.
You get feral Wolverine.
I'm like, here he comes. Here he comes.
I would prefer that we get like a full episode, maybe a few episodes in season 2 with feral Wolverine, because I can definitely see them trying to help him, and then he just takes off, and then like we don't see him anymore.
Super spoiler. It's literally this, gang. It's literally this.
It's just oh my gosh,
that shit was rough to watch.
It was rough, but it's just kind of like, okay, and now as an adult watching this, you see in X-Men 92 that he could have done this all along.
Yep.
But
this entire time he could have yanked him at any moment.
At any moment, but the mere fact that it just shows, this is what it shows you. It shows that Magneto has respect for Wolverine, as although he's on the wrong side, still shows respect for him, because at any time he could easily have destroyed him, easily pull out the adamantium at any fucking time that he wanted to, and the fact that he did it, and the only reason why he did it was because Wolverine essentially attacked him first and wounded him.
To be fair, now without that in his body, there ain't really shit Eric finna do to him, because he finna chop through a lot of shit to get to you. Magnus. So get ready. And that's the thing, is that with that happening, now we get feral Wolverine, so just straight up, it's gonna be straight up bone claws. I'm excited. I'm very excited, and I think there's a point where, I think it was in the comic book, and where you see the adamantium out of his body, but it's just sticking out of his body. Yes. Because once it's in its form, it's in its form. So it's not, he can't Can he remake it liquid? I can't remember if he can do that.
I
Can
don't
Magneto
know.
manipulate adamantium? I can't remember. Like, he pulled it out of him, so he has to be
He
able
should
to.
be able to. He should be able to.
It,
Yeah.
but he just didn't. He's just like suffer more. Pulls it out in these long spikes so that it's absolutely brutal.
Yeah, and okay, the closest thing that you got to it in the movies was Days of Future Past, where Magneto was putting the rebar through his entire body.
And he's just like,
yeah.
And then he curved it around. I was like,
that's the closest that you got to it in movie form was that. Yeah. Now, but see, the one thing now that I think about, because we got Deadpool and Wolverine coming up, are we going to see a feral Wolverine? Because Empire dropped a photo of what they called feral Wolverine, where he's covered in blood. He's got his claws out and he's like in berserker stance, and they're calling it feral Wolverine.
If he's not all hairy with the fangs, then what are we talking about? If he ain't looking like that, he ain't feral Wolverine. Angry Wolverine is still angry Wolverine. He's always kind of crazy. But if he ain't all fanged up with the long ass mutton chops out to here, then I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Very, very true. So I don't know how they're gonna finale it.
What's the finale gonna be, man?
Because no one did you think they were gonna rip Fatal Attraction?
I didn't think they were going there that quickly. No. No.
And that's the thing, is that like Bo DeMaio has taken storylines.
Yeah. Good ones.
that were good and followed 4, 5, 6 issues.
Yeah.
And condensed it to one fucking episode and made it make sense.
And the continuity is smooth. It doesn't feel like you chopped up a bunch of stuff and jammed it together. It's like he took the best parts out and somehow just seamed them together sewed them together real seamlessly. And yeah, when Rogue took that jacket off and draped it, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh, she pissed.
I was like, oh, she did it. And then Sunspot said, you know what? My mom tried to sell me. Okay, fuck humans. I'm good. I was just like, Jubilee, throw some fireworks at his ass. What you gonna do?
I know, right? And then they cut to her and she just burns his car. You're
just like, that's all you got. Get out of here, Dazzler knockoff. Get out.
Teenage angst.
Teenage angst. The world is ending. Magneto just stopped the world. Like, people are dead. Everybody's dead.
No shit. Yeah.
I mean, imagine you are getting your cancer treatment and suddenly it's just boom. Like, everybody's dead.
Yeah. She's like, what the fuck, man?
Huh?
The generators will kick on.
Sure they will. In the middle of this open heart surgery.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I will say though that with this with Morph being back, we got a lot of fucking cameos.
Okay. I was
got
like,
a lot of cameos.
Both in there now.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's in here now. Doctor Strange is in here now. Like, okay. Yeah.
So if if they're moving to the route of making X-Men 97 canon in the MCU, if that's the route they're going, cool, go for it. Because I can accept the fact that this shit all happened before Iron Man.
Right.
I can accept all that. But I have a feeling, because there has been no talk about the mutant gene in the MCU, that this could be an X-Men of a different universe.
Right.
So I can see that happening.
Yes, we have not heard that language used. Very true.
The only time that we heard the word mutant was at the very end of Miss Marvel, where now all of a sudden she's now a mutant, when she's not a mutant, technically an Inhuman.
I didn't watch Miss Marvel. I skipped it.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was, and I felt like it was a very throwaway scene.
Yeah,
because it's like her best friend is trying to figure out like why the bracelet's doing this and doing that, why the bangle bracelet's doing this and doing that, and somehow her genes got pulled into it, and it's just like, yeah, there's a mutation, you know, in your genes and blah, like it was that, and you're just like, did you just call her a mutant like that? And then it ends, and you're just like,
Boo earns.
yeah, you know. And this is the thing, is that they mention it in the TV show, but there was no fucking mention in the Marvels.
At all.
At all.
At all.
Nothing.
Nope.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
No. Stupid sexy Flanders.
So
and
on that note, we have come to the end of Comix. This episode, thank you guys very much. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you guys so much for the comments. The comments were fucking amazing.
We had a great back and forth. That was nice.
Yeah, this was awesome. This was fantastic. Thank you guys. Again, this episode of Comix was brought to you by W Energy. If you guys don't like that crash that typical energy drinks give you, pick up W Energy for you guys. Use Comix10 at checkout, and you guys do get a discount there. Yeah, thanks so much, Kit Crash. You go, great stream. Glad I found y'all. Hey, man, thank you for joining us. We are here every Thursdays. We are live every Thursdays on Instagram, Twitch, and Facebook. So thank you guys very much for joining us. We love the comments. We appreciate the interaction. If you can follow us, we're fucking everywhere. You know, not actually fucking everywhere, but just we're everywhere.
For yourself, Esty.
Oh, damn.
Being just.
Oh, damn. But thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys. Again, this episode is going to go ahead and go up on Monday. So if you guys want to see the shenanigans or share the shenanigans with your friends, make sure you guys go ahead and share it with everybody. It will be on YouTube on Monday, and it will be on all podcast platforms on Monday. So I appreciate you guys all. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we're working on merch.
Oh, please.
You know?
Yes.
We're working on merch because we got a new logo. This is our new logo, guys. This is it.
This is
our
it. Let's do it. Big moves, new things. We're
excited. This is fantastic. I love it. So on that note, thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate you guys. Good night. Oh, that's loud. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good night.